Welcome again to the Melling Law YouTube channel, where we talk about different estate planning topics relevant to people living here in Utah. Today we're continuing this video series about making your estate plan bulletproof. How do you make sure your estate plan actually works when it counts? And this video is going to be about unequal inheritances. So whether you're treating children or other people, and we'll just talk about children in general because that's the most relevant, children unequally. So this happens often in two types of situations, but we do see it in others. The two main ones are there's either some kind of land or illiquid asset, something that's kind of a fixed asset, and that particular asset needs to go to one of the kids, and then we're dividing the rest of the estate equally among all the children so that this other child is essentially receiving more. And then the other one is a family business, and sometimes we see these combined with family farms, that we're passing a farm on to the next generation to one child, as well as what is the family business, but then we've got kind of these other assets. And especially if that fixed asset that you're giving to one of the children is the vast majority of the value of the estate, it's hard to subdivide that or sell that, or force the child into purchasing their share from their siblings, unless it's a really healthy business that has a lot of cash flow. So how do we approach this in an estate plan? It does cause some problems. Some families, it may completely destroy sibling relationships. Others, it may strain those sibling relationships, and others they do it just fine. And the first key here is communication. If there's a family business or a family farm, something that is very clearly going to go to one child or maybe shared between two, to the detriment of these other children in the family, then we definitely want that to be an open process. We want the rest of the family to know that these other children are getting the family farm or the family business for the purpose to basically to run the farm, because that's what they're trained to do. That's what they have been doing. They've been doing it for years. There might be other reasons too. Maybe you don't trust the other children to manage their affairs properly. Maybe you don't trust them to run the business. Whatever that may be, there are a lot of moving parts here when it comes to planning for the family business and for treating the children unequally. So first is communication, and then the second is to make sure that the communication matches the estate plan. So whatever the estate plan is, however it's being governed, if it's one of the children, if it's multiple children sharing control, if it's a private, like a third party or a professional, make sure that anyone who's involved with the governance of your estate plan knows what is intended, and that can see that the documents match that intent. As long as you have that, your estate plan should be bulletproof, and we would be able to minimize the disputes that may arise in the estate planning process. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us at any time at 435-572-0807 or at mellinglaw.com.